Can you imagine a house cat helping to raise tigers? This incredible story happened in Siberia. Arthur worked as a financial advisor, but despite the steady income, he felt unhappy. He no longer found excitement in his work. Every day felt like a monotonous repetition. It was a never-ending race he couldn't win. He needed a break. He remembered how much he loved camping with his dad, and decided it was time to go. He was an experienced camper. He went deep into the forest to finally relax and enjoy nature. He was sitting outside his tent, cooking a fish he had caught, when he heard a strange squeaking in the woods. Arthur walked cautiously in the direction of the sound, and after a while he saw something that made his mouth drop open. 2 tiny tiger cubs were lying on the ground in front of him. Arthur felt cold sweat run down his back. He knew their mother must be nearby. She would kill him if she thought he was harming her cubs. Hoping that the tiger mother would not follow him, he quickly returned to his camp. It was already getting dark when he returned. He decided not to risk it and to choose another place for his camp tomorrow. He barely slept, fearing for his life. All night long he heard the tiger cubs crying for their mother. He wondered why she hadn't come back for them. Hours had passed and Arthur was now certain something must have happened to the tiger's mother. He had heard stories of poachers killing animals in the area. As an animal lover, he couldn't just leave these tiny cubs to die. He decided to take the cubs home temporarily, while he figured out the best way to care for them. At home he has a beautiful cat named Princess, whom he rescued from the streets a few years ago. He was worried about how Princess would react to the cubs, but she surprised him by walking over to them and grooming them with her tongue. It was as if she realized they were just babies and didn't care that they were bigger than her. Her maternal instincts kicked in immediately. Over the next few weeks, the tiger cubs grew stronger and healthier. Princess took care of them, encouraged them to eat and drink, and played with them. The cubs followed her around as if accepting their new roles as Princess's kittens. Arthur found the perfect place where the cubs could live. A private zoo that had recently built a beautiful compound resembling their natural habitat. Princess had a hard time parting with the tigers, and Arthur's heart broke as he watched her search the house for them. Although it was a difficult decision, it was necessary. A few years later, Princess fell ill. Arthur took her to the vet, but the results were devastating. She had cancer. Unfortunately, due to her age, there wasn't much that could be done, and she didn't have much time left. Arthur wanted to do something special for her. He placed Princess in a carrier and went directly to the tiger compound at the zoo. Arthur picked up her and showed her to the tigers. Immediately, the 2 tigers became very excited, ran over to the cat and began affectionately pawing at the glass. They clearly remembered the animal that had raised and protected them all those years ago. Princess obviously recognized them as well. She began purring and rubbing against the glass. It was a very emotional meeting that melted the hearts of all who witnessed it. It must have been the scent or some other animal instinct that we will never truly understand but can admire. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find many more interesting stories.